Have you ever faced cruelty so deep it seemed impossible to overcome? It's me again, Maria, and once more, my bosses tried to break my spirit through humiliation. While they flaunted their wealth, I struggled quietly, suffering in silence. But then, fate handed me an unexpected gift. One lottery ticket changed my life forever. How did I turn a moment of fortune into lasting justice and compassion? They say, true strength lies in how we use our blessings, and my choice might surprise you. I warmly invite you to join me. Comment below with your thoughts and feelings, like this video, subscribe, activate notifications, and share it with your friends and family. Let's discover hope together. I stood frozen in the luxurious dining room, tears blurring my vision as laughter echoed cruelly around me. Mrs. Hamilton waved the broken vase dismissively, her eyes cold and accusing. Really, Maria? How can anyone be so useless? My heart sank, humiliation burning my cheeks as guests whispered and shook their heads in disapproval. Sorry, ma'am, I murmured softly, my voice trembling under the weight of embarrassment. Mr. Hamilton smirked sarcastically. Perhaps she's good at something, dear, like losing lottery tickets. More laughter erupted around the table, their cruel amusement piercing my dignity like daggers. I lowered my eyes, desperately hiding my tears behind trembling hands, feeling utterly worthless and insignificant. Their daughter, Emily, stared silently from across the room, a strange sadness flickering briefly in her eyes. I had always cared for this family with devotion, yet my kindness was consistently repaid with contempt. As I cleared the shattered porcelain, I silently prayed for strength to survive another day of humiliation. But deep down, I felt utterly trapped, my heart aching from the endless cycle of disrespect and cruelty. Little did I know, destiny had already set plans in motion to change everything. Despite my harsh treatment, I continued performing my duties with genuine care and compassion. Each morning, I placed fresh flowers carefully in every room, hoping their delicate beauty might bring comfort. Emily often seemed lonely, so I discreetly left encouraging notes tucked neatly within her school books. Late at night, when Mr. Hamilton worked tirelessly, I silently prepared coffee, hoping my small gesture eased his stress. Even Mrs. Hamilton, despite her cruelty, received my attention. I carefully ironed her favorite silk dresses, meticulously ensuring perfection. I believed that even small acts of kindness mattered deeply, quietly sowing seeds of compassion within a hostile home. Yet, my efforts seemed invisible, unnoticed amid the shadows of their wealth and privilege. Still, I persevered, driven by an innate belief that kindness could somehow heal wounds unseen. Neighbors would sometimes catch my eye, offering silent nods of respect and acknowledgement from afar. In those quiet moments, I felt briefly seen, a small reminder that goodness held silent power. Despite constant rejection, I stubbornly clung to hope, silently determined to maintain my dignity. These tiny victories became my quiet strength, pushing me forward through each difficult day. Yet, each morning brought new humiliations, criticisms about my cooking, accusations of theft, mockery of my simple speech. Emily's teenage friends visited frequently, giggling and pointing as if I were an amusing decoration rather than a person. One particularly painful afternoon, Mrs. Hamilton publicly scolded me for the poor tea service during her high society gathering. The embarrassment flooded me again, as prestigious guests stared condescendingly, clearly amused by my shame. That evening, I sat alone in my modest room, heart heavy with exhaustion, praying silently for guidance. Suddenly, a soft knock interrupted my thoughts. Emily stood hesitantly in the doorway, eyes filled with regret. "I'm sorry for how they treat you," she whispered softly, her voice trembling with sincerity and shame. Her unexpected compassion warmed my heart briefly, offering a small ray of hope within my darkness. Yet her kindness was fleeting, quickly overshadowed by her parents' relentless cruelty the following day. It seemed no matter my efforts, humiliation was destined to follow me, an inescapable burden I carried silently. Every night, I dreamed of freedom, longing desperately for a chance to rewrite my destiny. Little did I know, fate would soon grant me the power to do exactly that. One chilly evening, while picking up groceries, I spontaneously purchased a lottery ticket, a rare indulgence driven by desperation. As I walked home, I quietly dreamed of escaping this suffocating life, briefly daring to imagine a different reality. Returning to the mansion, I discreetly placed the ticket safely beneath my pillow, dismissing my momentary hope as foolishness. The following morning, after another harsh reprimand from Mrs. Hamilton, I heard the faint announcement on the radio. My heart stopped. I carefully retrieved the ticket, fingers trembling, as I matched each winning number in disbelief. Shock flooded my body. Tears cascaded down my cheeks as I silently realized I'd won a fortune. Yet my joy quickly shifted to anxiety. Would the Hamiltons discover my secret and cruelly snatch away my one chance at freedom? Hiding the ticket safely, I quietly resumed my duties, my pulse racing with cautious excitement and fear. Throughout that day, I found myself repeatedly smiling, knowing my life's trajectory had irrevocably changed. For once, the insults and scolding felt distant, meaningless, in light of the profound freedom now within reach. That evening, as I lay awake, heart pounding with cautious anticipation, I knew my journey was only beginning. Though freedom called my name, my ultimate victory was still far ahead. The next morning, armed with newfound courage, I discreetly visited the lottery office, quietly securing my winnings. Returning home, I felt a profound sense of triumph and liberation hidden carefully beneath my humble appearance. At dinner, the Hamiltons mocked me again. Unaware of the newfound power silently building within my heart, Emily watched curiously, sensing something had shifted dramatically within me, though remaining respectfully silent. Privately, I began planning my exit, quietly savoring the delicious anticipation of finally leaving this oppressive home behind. Yet a powerful sense of duty tugged persistently at my conscience. I knew my wealth meant more than personal liberation. Late at night, recalling the harsh injustices I'd endured, an inspiring vision flooded my mind clearly, transforming cruelty into compassion. Suddenly, my purpose became clear. I would buy the Hamilton mansion, converting this symbol of suffering into refuge and healing. In that moment, every ounce of humiliation felt meaningful, preparing me for this profound act of kindness. I quietly whispered gratitude, acknowledging life's mysterious guidance through darkness towards purposeful light. My silent decision filled me with renewed strength, ready to face the Hamiltons, not with vengeance, but transformative compassion. Little did they know, their cruelty had awakened in me a power destined to change many lives forever. With quiet determination, I began secretly arranging to purchase the Hamilton mansion, concealing my plans carefully. Each passing day felt electrifying. My previously unseen worth slowly transformed into powerful confidence. Yet, Mrs. Hamilton's insults persisted, each harsh word stinging, testing the strength of my newfound resolve. At times, doubt crept into my heart, whispering reminders of my years of powerlessness and humiliation. Still, I pushed forward, quietly holding on to my vision, a sanctuary born from compassion, not bitterness. Emily observed my quiet intensity curiously, sensing change yet remaining respectfully distant. My nights were filled with restless anticipation, imagining the mansion reborn as a haven for the vulnerable. But setbacks were frequent. Legal complexities, skeptical bankers, and daunting paperwork threatened my dream repeatedly. Each obstacle intensified my internal conflict, constantly testing my patience and emotional resilience. Yet whenever I faltered, memories of humiliation reignited my determination, fueling my silent rebellion. One afternoon, as Mrs. Hamilton berated me again, I silently vowed that her cruelty would soon end permanently. With each quiet victory, my purpose strengthened, leading me steadily toward the transformative path ahead. Despite mounting pressure, I continued discreetly orchestrating my ambitious plans, my humble appearance masking hidden strength. However, secrecy became increasingly difficult. Emily's curious glances and Mrs. Hamilton's growing suspicion threatened exposure. One evening, Emily approached cautiously, concern evident, whispering softly, "Maria, something's changed in you. Are you okay?" Her sincere worry warmed my heart, yet revealing my plans felt dangerous, risking premature confrontation. "I promise everything is fine," I assured gently, my eyes silently pleading for patience and trust. But secrecy weighed heavily. Each harsh encounter with Mrs. Hamilton intensified my internal struggle. One afternoon, she abruptly accused me of theft, aggressively rummaging through my belongings without permission. Standing frozen, humiliation surged powerfully again, echoing painful memories of years spent voiceless and degraded. Yet in that degrading moment, clarity struck powerfully. I was no longer the frightened woman she controlled. Finding nothing incriminating, Mrs. Hamilton departed bitterly, leaving me standing defiantly with newfound pride. My hidden strength emerged boldly, transforming humiliation into renewed determination, fueling my courageous plans forward. That evening, I quietly smiled, acknowledging this hardship as yet another stepping stone toward my ultimate victory. Finally, my meticulous planning reached completion. The mansion purchase finalized quietly, my victory tangible yet unreal. Carefully hiding my triumph, I discreetly prepared to reveal the truth, a profound moment I eagerly anticipated. The morning of my announcement, the Hamiltons hosted another lavish gathering, once more oblivious to impending change. My heart pounded wildly, adrenaline surging as guests gathered unsuspectingly around their luxurious table. Stepping forward boldly, I cleared my throat, silencing chatter instantly as all eyes turned skeptically toward me. "I have something important to share," I announced firmly, voice steady with powerful dignity I'd never shown before. Mrs. Hamilton scoffed disdainfully, interrupting rudely. "Oh, please, Maria, spare us your little dramas today." Ignoring her cruelty, I calmly declared, "I've purchased this mansion. This will soon become a refuge for the forgotten." Stunned silence filled the room, shock and disbelief washing over every face, including Emily's widened eyes. Mrs. Hamilton's arrogant demeanor shattered instantly, confusion and fury battling visibly across her expression. In that electrifying moment, years of humiliation faded dramatically, replaced by profound strength and quiet triumph. Yet deep within my heart, I sensed the greatest challenges and emotional confrontations were still ahead. After my shocking revelation, chaos erupted. Mrs. Hamilton demanded explanations, guests whispered scandalously, tension suffocating the room. Maintaining calm composure, I quietly explained my plans, turning cruelty into compassion, humiliation into hope. Mrs. Hamilton exploded bitterly. "How dare you humiliate us in our own home?" Yet my voice remained steady, responding gently, "This home will finally embody the kindness it always lacked." Emily stepped forward hesitantly, eyes shining with newfound admiration, softly whispering, "Maria, I'm proud of you." Her unexpected support touched my heart deeply, confirming I'd chosen compassion over bitterness wisely. However, Mr. Hamilton threatened legal retaliation, desperation and anger driving him to reclaim lost control. Tension escalated dramatically, each bitter word intensifying the emotional strain of the confrontation. Yet my determination remained unshaken, fueled by years of silent suffering and the powerful vision guiding me. After hours of heated arguments and emotional battles, the Hamiltons stormed out furiously, vowing revenge. Standing quietly amidst the emotional aftermath, uncertainty loomed ominously, yet my heart felt strangely liberated. My path forward was clear, transforming this space of pain into profound healing and renewed dignity. As news spread rapidly about my astonishing transformation, the community's reactions were profoundly mixed. Admiration, curiosity, skepticism intertwined. Support poured in unexpectedly, neighbors generously offering assistance, moved deeply by my courageous story. Yet opposition remained powerful. Wealthy friends of the Hamiltons actively opposed my mission, hoping to undermine my efforts. Despite hostility, small victories emerged daily, volunteers enthusiastically contributing their skills to prepare the mansion's transformation. One afternoon, amidst renovations, Emily visited hesitantly, revealing quietly, "I want to help you, Maria, if you'll let me." Her sincere request surprised yet deeply touched me, confirming her genuine change of heart and sincere remorse. Working alongside Emily forged a fragile yet hopeful reconciliation, slowly mending past wounds through shared purpose. Late one evening, sorting old documents, I uncovered a hidden letter, Mrs. Hamilton secretly expressing deep regret toward me. Reading her private words of remorse stunned me profoundly. Perhaps even cruelty held hidden layers of humanity. That night, reflecting quietly, I recognized life's complex tapestry, each humiliation ultimately guiding me toward compassion and purpose. Yet uncertainty lingered. Would my refuge truly heal wounds, or had I unintentionally provoked greater conflict ahead? As sleep claimed me, anticipation and anxiety mingled powerfully, preparing me for unforeseen challenges awaiting my journey. Transforming the mansion into a refuge required more than renovations. It demanded profound emotional resilience and courage. Hostility continued quietly around me. Wealthy neighbors subtly sabotaged efforts, spreading rumors to undermine credibility. Each setback was deeply disheartening, threatening my optimism and testing my commitment to compassion over retaliation. Yet, moments of grace persisted. Community members shared powerful stories of struggle, reminding me why my mission mattered. One afternoon, an elderly woman arrived hesitantly, whispering softly, "Maria, your courage inspired me to finally speak out." Her vulnerable admission filled me with renewed purpose, confirming my struggle was deeply meaningful despite painful opposition. But late that evening, troubling news reached me. The Hamiltons initiated a fierce legal challenge against my ownership. My heart sank heavily, anxiety surging through me. Had my courageous actions jeopardized everything I'd bravely built? Emily reassured me gently, her unwavering support providing essential strength during this emotional turmoil. Still, doubt lingered powerfully. Perhaps my compassionate dream was naive against the fierce resistance of entrenched privilege. Sleepless nights followed, internal battles raging between despair and determination, each emotional conflict exhausting my spirit. Yet deep within, I clung firmly to faith that my struggle would yield profound emotional justice in the end. The impending legal battle cast long shadows over my hopeful sanctuary, tensions escalating rapidly within the community. I spent countless hours gathering evidence, documents meticulously proving rightful ownership and honest intentions behind my refuge. The court hearing approached rapidly, my anxiety deepening. Years of quiet servitude never prepared me for public confrontation. Yet, each day volunteers faithfully rallied around me, their steadfast support reinforcing the righteousness of my purpose. Emily became my confidant, her growing courage mirroring my transformation, both finding voices previously silenced by fear. The courtroom atmosphere was emotionally charged, spectators silently watching as Mr. and Mrs. Hamilton entered arrogantly confident. Their cold glances stung briefly, echoing past humiliations vividly, yet quickly transforming into powerful fuel for resilience. Testifying confidently, I calmly explained my humble vision, transforming cruelty into compassion, restoring dignity to the forgotten. Mrs. Hamilton's lawyer aggressively challenged me, accusing hidden motives. Each accusation felt deeply painful, yet ultimately strengthened my resolve. When Emily courageously testified in my favor, revealing Hamilton's abusive treatment, gasps filled the courtroom dramatically. The judge's sympathetic nod bolstered my hope. Perhaps justice truly favored compassion over arrogance after all. Yet, leaving court, uncertainty persisted powerfully. Had I truly secured victory, or were greater trials still awaiting me? The judge's ruling finally arrived. Anxious anticipation overwhelmed me as I unfolded the crucial document with trembling hands. Relief flooded through me. The ruling unequivocally favored my compassionate vision, validating my struggle profoundly. Volunteers celebrated joyously, each embrace reaffirming communal strength, our shared victory deeply emotional and satisfying. Yet, privately, my heart remained cautious. Would the Hamiltons accept defeat quietly, or was retribution still imminent? Indeed, rumors quickly spread of their bitterness, hinting they sought new ways to retaliate quietly against my refuge. Security became essential. I installed cameras, quietly saddened my sanctuary now required protection against potential harm. However, victories continued emerging. Families found comfort within the mansion, each story profoundly validating my journey. Seeing children's laughter echo through rooms once filled with cruelty softened lingering pains, gradually healing old emotional wounds. Emily became indispensable, tirelessly organizing events, her transformation profoundly mirroring my emotional growth and courage. One evening, quietly reflecting beneath starry skies, gratitude overwhelmed me. Each hardship had genuinely guided meaningful change. Still, quietly within, I sensed unresolved threats remained, my emotional journey toward complete redemption not yet fully realized. Yet my heart stayed resolute. No matter challenges ahead, compassion and resilience would define my courageous path forward. During a particularly exhausting day, an elderly woman arrived unexpectedly, her calm demeanor radiating wisdom and profound dignity. Introducing herself as Margaret, she softly explained, "Maria, I've watched your journey. You're stronger than you realize." Her gentle presence immediately soothed my weary heart, sensing profoundly she'd become a pivotal mentor on my emotional journey. Margaret's wisdom deeply resonated, her calm advice powerfully illuminating hidden truths within my emotional conflicts and struggles. She often repeated gently, "True courage isn't without fear, it's persisting despite overwhelming uncertainty," comforting my anxious spirit profoundly. Under Margaret's guidance, I learned transformative lessons, viewing setbacks not as failures, but crucial steps toward greater emotional maturity. Her profound words encouraged emotional self-reflection, helping me recognize residual bitterness quietly hindering my ultimate peace. Through conversations with Margaret, deeper internal transformation began. Forgiveness slowly replaced lingering resentment toward past humiliations. One evening, Margaret shared quietly, "Maria, your true strength lies in your compassion. Never abandon it, regardless of difficulty." Her words, deeply moving, reignited my courage and conviction, preparing me emotionally for inevitable confrontations still ahead. Margaret became my cherished emotional guide, her wisdom profoundly influencing my growing internal strength and evolving resilience. Yet quietly, I sensed a dramatic turning point still awaited, profoundly testing the emotional lessons Margaret gently taught me. Guided profoundly by Margaret's wise mentorship, my emotional resilience gradually strengthened, deeply transforming my perspective on hardship. My refuge flourished, compassion grew, kindness quietly displacing lingering memories of past cruelty within mansion walls. Families thriving under my care profoundly validated each emotional struggle, reaffirming my courageous decision to embrace kindness fully. Yet, late one evening, news reached me quietly. The Hamiltons, now financially struggling, faced potential homelessness themselves. Initially, bitter satisfaction arose momentarily, remnants of unresolved anger briefly surfacing, conflicting sharply with my compassionate values. Immediately, Margaret's gentle voice echoed quietly, reminding profoundly, "Forgiveness truly heals the forgiver most." Confronting my conflicting emotions required deep courage. Could I genuinely extend compassion toward those who'd hurt me repeatedly? Sleepless nights followed. Internal struggles profoundly tested my emotional maturity, yet Margaret's wise teachings provided essential guidance. Ultimately, kindness triumphed. I chose compassion, quietly inviting the Hamiltons to live temporarily within the refuge. Their arrival was profoundly emotional. Humbled and ashamed, their quiet gratitude deeply impacted my heart, reaffirming Margaret's wisdom. Witnessing their transformation profoundly validated my emotional growth, confirming forgiveness was genuinely transformative. Yet quietly within, I sensed deeper emotional confrontations remained unresolved, guiding me inexorably toward ultimate redemption and profound peace. The Hamiltons' presence at the refuge profoundly challenged my emotional resilience. Old wounds reopened unexpectedly, testing my newfound compassion. Initially, interactions felt strained. Awkward silences filled hallways, highlighting unspoken tensions from our painful past. Yet, Margaret's wisdom guided me gently, reminding me compassion was most powerful precisely when most difficult to give. Slowly, I chose small acts of kindness, serving meals quietly, reassuring my former tormentors with genuine empathy. Observing their discomfort melted bitterness gradually. Seeing their humble transformation profoundly validated my courageous emotional choices. One afternoon, Mrs. Hamilton approached timidly, eyes misty with regret. Her quiet apology deeply touched my heart. Her vulnerability profoundly moved me. Offering sincere forgiveness provided profound emotional relief I'd long needed. Our conversations deepened. Shared stories of struggles fostered understanding, dissolving barriers created by past injustices, slowly yet powerfully. The refuge flourished, compassion spreading powerfully. Witnessing genuine transformations reaffirmed my emotional growth and renewed purpose. My internal transformation felt nearly complete, emotional maturity replacing resentment profoundly, reshaping my identity. Yet Margaret's gentle warnings lingered. Deeper revelations were quietly approaching, promising greater emotional challenges ahead. Prepared by my mentor's profound teachings, I embraced uncertainty bravely, ready for whatever emotional tests still awaited. One quiet evening, a familiar face arrived hesitantly at the refuge, her anxious presence immediately unsettling me deeply. My heart stopped. Memories surged uncontrollably. Before me stood my long-lost daughter, Isabella, whom I'd lost decades ago. Her eyes, mirroring my own, filled with anxious uncertainty, rekindled profoundly painful emotions I'd buried deeply within. Shock paralyzed me momentarily. Seeing her brought a tidal wave of unresolved emotional trauma flooding back powerfully. "Maria," she whispered hesitantly, tears shimmering softly. I searched everywhere, but only recently learned the truth. Her revelation stunned me profoundly. Decades prior, the Hamiltons secretly orchestrated Isabella's separation, punishing perceived disobedience cruelly. Anger surged powerfully within me, old bitterness resurfacing, my compassionate identity shaken profoundly by shocking betrayal. Margaret's gentle words echoed faintly, reminding me profound courage demanded confronting painful truths without abandoning compassion entirely. Struggling internally, I embraced Isabella tearfully, decades of grief transforming instantly into profound relief and tentative forgiveness. Together, we confronted the Hamiltons, their deep shame visible, confirming the truth of Isabella's revelation undeniably. My emotional stability teetered dangerously. Could I forgive this ultimate betrayal? Transcending deep-rooted resentment, honoring Margaret's profound lessons? Facing my toughest emotional test, uncertainty gripped me. My entire transformative journey balanced precariously on this crucial moment. Sleepless nights followed Isabella's shocking revelation, emotional turmoil overwhelming me profoundly. Forgiveness seemed nearly impossible. Margaret provided quiet strength, repeating gently yet powerfully, "Forgiveness doesn't condone cruelty. It liberates your heart from bitterness." My daughter's painful experiences mirrored my own. Bonding deeply over shared trauma offered emotional comfort amid uncertainty. I confronted the Hamiltons again, demanding honesty. Their profound remorse seemed genuine, yet my wounded heart hesitated emotionally. Meanwhile, Isabella quietly adjusted to life within my refuge. Her presence provided emotional healing, strengthening my resolve subtly. Late-night conversations deepened our bond profoundly. Mother and daughter rediscovering lost connections amidst shared emotional struggles. Each day became an emotional roller coaster. Moments of peaceful reconciliation contrasted sharply with powerful surges of lingering resentment. Margaret patiently guided my turbulent emotions, emphasizing forgiveness as the ultimate expression of profound emotional maturity and true courage. Slowly, internal transformation continued powerfully. Bitterness began dissolving, replaced quietly by deeper understanding of humanity's inherent flaws. Yet emotionally charged questions lingered profoundly. Was genuine forgiveness truly achievable after such profound betrayal and deep emotional suffering? My internal struggles intensified dramatically, guiding me toward an inevitable emotional climax, profoundly testing my newfound resilience. Resolutely, I faced uncertainty bravely, determined my transformative journey would culminate courageously, embracing compassion fully despite emotional challenges ahead. As my internal battle continued, a profound realization gradually emerged, illuminating my heart powerfully. Forgiveness was genuinely essential for true emotional freedom. Acknowledging this truth provided emotional clarity, yet didn't erase lingering emotional struggles entirely. Forgiveness remained deeply challenging. Margaret continued supporting me patiently, her quiet wisdom gently guiding me toward embracing true compassion, no matter how difficult emotionally. One evening, a heartfelt conversation with Isabella profoundly shifted my perspective. Her courage to forgive inspired me powerfully. Witnessing her emotional maturity profoundly moved me. If Isabella found forgiveness despite her trauma, surely I could follow courageously. This powerful insight motivated decisive actions. I approached the Hamiltons again, openly offering genuine forgiveness despite emotional reservations remaining. Their tearful gratitude deeply affected me. Emotional barriers crumbled profoundly, replaced slowly yet powerfully by genuine empathy and profound understanding. Each sincere apology transformed painful memories, gradually healing deep emotional wounds inflicted over decades of mistreatment and betrayal. The Refuge thrived emotionally. Compassion spread powerfully, inspired profoundly by my courageous emotional journey toward forgiveness and reconciliation. My emotional maturity profoundly impacted everyone around me. Community members gained strength, witnessing genuine compassion overcoming profound adversity. Quietly, I sensed my emotional journey nearing climax, internal conflicts gradually resolving powerfully, preparing me courageously for the ultimate confrontation. Embracing Margaret's profound wisdom fully, I readied myself emotionally, determined my transformative journey would culminate courageously, compassion guiding every step forward. The Refuge celebrated its first anniversary powerfully. Community members gathered emotionally, sharing transformative stories, profoundly validating my courageous decisions. Standing before the crowd, my heart swelled profoundly. Each familiar face reminded me profoundly of my emotional struggles and triumphs. Unexpectedly, the Hamiltons stepped forward quietly, addressing the gathering sincerely. Their heartfelt apologies profoundly moved everyone present emotionally. Deep gratitude filled my heart powerfully. Profound emotional healing achieved through genuine forgiveness transcended past pain, completing my transformative journey. Margaret smiled warmly from the audience, her gentle presence profoundly validating my courageous emotional maturity and personal growth powerfully. Emotionally overcome, I addressed the crowd tearfully, acknowledging emotional scars, yet emphasizing profound resilience and transformative power of genuine compassion. Compassion, I declared passionately, doesn't erase past hurts, but profoundly empowers us to embrace brighter futures courageously and authentically. Thunderous applause filled the Refuge powerfully. Profound emotional catharsis swept through everyone, profoundly validating my transformative emotional journey's profound significance. My daughter